Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good
Okay,
morning, sir.
very good. Okay, let's start quickly. Hopefully, you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Albert is sleeping, but he's replying.
Sir, I'm not sleeping, sir. I'm up.
Okay, so low poly is kind of almost there, but not finished. So let's fix those areas. So whenever we have this kind of low poly model, we have to close any holes. So easiest way is extrude, or you can use this extrude also, and then collapse. So it will collapse and fix this problem. And I can see there is a issue. What is this? Hide. Yeah, now it's clean. So there is no holes, no gaps. Everything is clean. Make sure there is no gaps, visible gaps basically. Oh, this thing I have to retopo. Save file. Almost everything is done. Only few parts are left. Few loops just to make this thing clean. Okay, there is some issue with the high poly, so what I'll do is I'll create one symmetry, switch off, and work on this thing only. Yeah, there's a problem. I can clearly see matching. That can be fixed with the edge flow. And just to make it little nice and clean, smooth this thing, so it will become really nice and soft and smooth. So keep it very low poly and then smooth it. It will help you, and thing will be done really fast. Just to double check to match this thing with this. Just give me a second. Eva, go from it. Go from it. Go, go. Eva, go. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm back. Like my dogs were a little disturbing, so I just locked them. With soft selection, you can move or relax. And no, this is creating a little issue. Just to make sure volume wise it matches with the reference, like or high poly, otherwise baking will become a problem. Okay, I guess switch on my shortcuts key. Now you can see all the keys, whatever I'm pressing. Just match it. Like this much mismatch, it works perfectly. It will bake without any problem. Give you soft selection and match it. And here you can see slightly off, so I'll just double click this, switch off my soft selection and edge flow. So it will relax and even out all the edges. G, 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 G for repeating last command. Even out and done. Delete. Delete this one. One is ready. Control D, Control A, history, freeze, reset, -1. combine them together. So except here, rest everything is almost oh, nails, yes. So for nails, what I'll do is I'll just create only one section. Let's do it quickly. And you can see this edge flow is kind of nice, but it's spiral. So spirals are always bad. I'll check this part is if visible, I'll keep it, or if not, I'll just remove it. Try to keep all the lines as straight as possible. This one point can be a triangle, can be a quad, because nails are usually don't have any deformation. Okay, let's remove this one. Both sides exactly same. Just relax. If required, add one more cut, then relax. Then just simply copy, duplicate everywhere. Just create one nail and make sure like similar parts, similar shapes should have similar topology. So if you if you try to retopo everything, your topology might change. So it's better to create one and then copy and just snap it. That's what I'll do. Okay. Okay. So other day we started with this. No, that band, right? That band we started. Where is that band? Here. Extrude inside, then I'll clean it, this thing. Anyway, that section is not visible, so I can keep it like this also. Control, okay, make sure center this center line is straight. X, snap it on the grid. It's already on grid. Control D, history, Control A, mirror it, combine, Stream, vertices, merge. So this one is very extremely low poly, you can see. So I'll create a loop very low poly, then smooth it, and then if required I'll increase the volume. Select this, all, this, hide, isolate. Now I have to match this with this one. So what I'll do is soft selection again, because this hairband supposed to be symmetrical only, but in this reference, like one side it's like a little bit extra visible, one side is less visible. So based on that I just modified it. So those few things we have to do a lot of times, like just to match with the reference, like technically which is wrong, but like still we have to do it because we have to match with the reference. Okay, this thing, quadro. Smooth again. Create this thickness, close hole, can do, you can bridge it, that'd be much nicer. Multi cut, one center cut, fill hole, multi cut, and connect this. Now this is like extremely low poly, so I just need to add more polygons and then fix it. Or if I want to like make it in high detail, this is like I can make it low poly, and this is very thin like depth. This is something we can bake it very easily. But if we want to make it in like proper detail, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So let's see if I have the high poly. Yes, I have it. So switch off all color. Shift F, so you can see different parts. So hide this one and control W. These two are same polygroup. Keep it same polygroup and unhide, split, group split, isolate. So I can see these two. So now I want to like suppose I want to create a little detailed model. So there is a shortcut like what I like that's what like I prefer to get the base structure, then I took it in Maya. So what I do is geometry, Dynamesh the model. So it's very low. Control Z again. So control shift D or duplicate the model. You can see duplicate. See duplicate. Control shift D shortcut, or you can press this also. Now geometry. So 128 is very low resolution, and this plane and this surface is two different surface. To combine them, I need to Dynamesh this model. So if I Dynamesh, I'll get it like this. Or one more thing I can do is, because this is separate surface and I want a nice loop here, polygroups, auto polygroup. So I can see auto polygroup. Colors are fine. Now Dynamesh is increase the resolution, so it will give you nice Dynamesh and it will retain the polygroup. And then switch it off, go to remeasure. 5000 should work. Keep group, remesh. So if you have a separate polygroup, it will retain the shape and plus it will create a nice loop around it. So remesh once or twice to get a clean geometry, and this is like pretty dense model. So undo, and then remesh. You can see 5 instead of 5. I'll use 2 or 3. You can see nice detailed model, and you just have to check everything, like all loops and everything is correct. This looks kind of fine, but can be optimized, so I'll just reduce it even further. One. Yeah, one kind of looks nice, or too much of, yeah, mismatch. So this is pretty clean and looks nice also. It's like 1500 polygons only, so I can export the control W. Make sure before exporting it should have only one polygroup. If it have a multiple polygroup, it will split the model into multiple parts. You can see it's here. Switch off high poly, delete, delete. Just close vision. You see, nice model, clean model. And same thing, if you want, you can do it with this also. This one. There is no subdivisions. Make sure symmetry is off. Z remesh 1. There is no polygroups, nothing. Remesh. This is quite nice. So I'll just, this bottom part is not visible, control W, so I can delete and I can have clean loops. Remesh once again, so I'll get this clean cut and hide, modify topology, delete hidden, gone, remesh, and one also pretty dense, so 0.5. Sec. Symmetry wasn't on. Then how it becomes symmetrical? Maybe it's symmetrical. Because it's pretty low poly. Now, as I have deleted this base, so I can have a nice clean shape here. That was the whole idea. And if I want, I can delete this section also, because it's not visible, so there is no point keeping this. So you can like see, I got a nice clean geometry and plus topology skills. Yes, I have to clean up a little bit, but this saves a lot of time. Now, but this doesn't work with, like, especially for organic, like body and all, it doesn't work. So for body and all, we have to manually retopo. There is no other way. Okay, now here. So let me check if this here and this one is same. Looks kind of, No, I guess slightly modified. So this hair is very dense. You can see it's really really dense. So this much dense hair we cannot use. Like it's one shot like personal thing we can definitely do it, but that's not optimized. So we need to make sure it's highly optimized. So if I want, I can keep all the strands separate, or I can just like reduce them also. So you can see there is no subdivisions, nothing. So shift, let's isolate this thing. Everything is different polygroup, so let's reduce it. So the easiest way, remesh 5 is selected, so I'll just reduce it to like maybe 1 or something, 1.5 something. Everything is separate polygroup anyways, so I'm not going, don't have to do anything there, and they're like all separate geometry. You can see very low poly, extremely low poly, retain all the shape, and it works perfectly. Control W. Well, like, especially cylindrical shape, it works perfectly. Cylindrical shapes or box and all those kind of things, it works perfectly. So you can see I reduce this thing really quickly. So body, like a skin, like hand, face will have more polygons, rest of the part will have less polygons. And you can see leg also have less polygons, because leg you have only one bend here, one bend here. Rest everything is kind of static, flat, solid. So you're not going to modify anything there. So this works perfectly. I'll save by file. Okay, nails I'll update. It will take a little time, and I'll update this. Okay. Now, like whatever like is visible here, just kept those section only. Okay. So this is not required. Anything not visible, not required, delete it. Eyes. Let's close those areas. Switch on symmetry. One. Little reduce it. One more. Slightly reduce it, and now if you want, you can collapse also. And make sure inside also you need to have at least 2 loops. Yeah, ear part I have to finish. And after creating this eyelid inside section, you can see there's an intersection with the eye, so that time you have to manually fix it. So switch off selection, soft selection. Now you can see there's an intersection, so this intersection cannot be visible, so I have to make sure it's like proper. The eye position is correct or not? Loops I feel slightly off. Yeah, this loop should be somewhere here. Lowest division, control W, export it back, desktop. Yeah, this one. Like need little 2 or 3 division so I can see all the shapes. Yeah, this shape I need to check. Yeah, 2 works. Export. Yeah. Select these two. Isolate. Mirror. Quad draw. So here you can see little mismatch here. Yeah. Maybe like I relaxed at that time this problem happened. Soft selection off. That eyelid loop should continue and then soften it. I removed it and added another loop. Yeah, this will match back. Yeah, much better. Quadro. Now, ears. Just reduce the length and it worked. Connected. Connect. One cut is required here. One cut is required here. Back of here you can have triangles. Usually there is no animation or nothing, so it works perfectly. And then add a cut here. This will create this depression, or you can do it later also. So closing, you have to reduce polygon. Here we'll have more polygons. Quad. If required, you can add this loop and then snap it here, remove this. That loop is not required. The based on the ear shape, I'm just rotating the loop. One triangle here just to close. So this area can be detailed, depends like if it's visible or not. And this will bake and then relax. So I'm going to reduce number of polygons here. So you can see it's quad only. there is no animation, so start reducing. Delete. Okay, now for any character, mouth in we have to create. There is no like a option like you don't have to create or something. You always have to create, because until unless say NPC, there's no dialogues or nothing. Like they will give you a specification, based on that you can close the lips or you have to keep it open. So in mouth, how we create? Push it inside or straighten this line, and then scale up like this. Because lips have little thickness, you need to add a cut here and edge flow. So if you see, it will automatically generate this thickness. Switch of symmetry, create this cavity. You can increase it like this, and then straight, start reducing and move it down. So even if you open the mouth, you cannot see through this entire thing. You can see the close this thing, and reduce this thing. Edge flow, edge flow. That's not correct. And then if you have denture and all, this will work perfectly. And whenever you're creating this, make sure lips, this area is closed. Like this. And if required, add 1 or 2 cut here. Edge flow. See, nicely closed. Closed. So almost everything is ready. Now we like that nail part, will finish it, and we'll start unwrapping this, and then we'll like after unwrapping we'll start baking, and then we'll start texturing this thing. And this will be like easy, this will be because pretty simple. But even if you have solid like flat colors, that doesn't mean there is no detail. You still have to add details. So I'll show those things, and it will be like texturing will be pretty easy for this. So we'll do that. Yeah. And like I'm thinking like I can add a little bit more polygons to this and have a little nice smooth silhouette. Right now this looks little too low poly. You can see all those angles are visible, so I'll try to fix that.